Greetings, listeners, and welcome to Review View, a show where we take a look at bizarre online reviews left by what I can only assume are some of the weirdest people to roam the planet. After listening to these online reviews, we will discuss their existential meaning, and then possibly I'll review the review myself. We may even have time for a few guests to join us. My name is Rev, and today I will be guiding you through some of the most interesting reviews left on Google Maps. So make sure to sit back, relax, and let the excruciating worries start to set in that review you jokingly wrote back in February 2005 may come back to haunt you in the form of this podcast. Enjoy. Let us begin with a review of the Iowa State Capitol building in Des Moines, Iowa. This review was left by a local guide by the name of Damien. In case you are listening to this podcast now, Damien, I hope it is clear to you that we will be gently poking a bit of fun at your review. I mean no offense. To save you from possible ridicule from friends and family who might be listening, I have taken the extra effort to refer to you only as Damien, and not by your full name, Damien Gideon Maxwell, as to respect your anonymity. Here is Damien's 4-star review of the Iowa State Capitol.
I don't like Iowa, but going here as a pit stop for a road trip wasn't a bad decision. The inside is beautiful and the staff are incredibly friendly. There was a dead squirrel floating in the fountain at the bottom of the stairs, but other than that, our visit there was fun.
On its own, this doesn't seem like a terribly bizarre review. Apart from the unexplained hatred of Iowa, there is not much to comment about. I will give this review a 3 out of 5 stars. Originally, this was 5, but perhaps what drops this review for me is not the disdain of Iowa. It is the disrespect for the dead squirrel. Dead squirrels are not meant to be amusing, Damien. We actually, at Review View, found another review of the Iowa State Capitol from what appears to be the sister of the dead squirrel, and it reads as such.
I don't like Iowa, nor do I like water. It should therefore come as no surprise that public fountains in Iowa are in the center of my Venn diagram of animosity. Going here was a bad decision. My sister saw the fountain and wanted to go swimming. She loves fountains a little too much. I regret to inform the Congress people of the state of Iowa that due to your lack of fountain bills, my sister drowned. Out of respect for her love of fountains, we decided to leave her corpse there. We never should have come to Iowa. I mean, the only state with water on both sides of its border. What the heck was I thinking? You took my sister from me. F you, Iowa. That's why I'm starting the FU Iowa Foundation, known as the FUIA, or FUIA for short. On another note, the rest of the Capitol is quite beautiful. I mean, you have to admire those ceilings. 4 out of 5 stars.
It is truly a heartbreaking review. Speaking of water, here's a 2-star review of the New York Harbor from a reviewer named Arbeth, who writes, "Too much water." 2-star reviews typically seem to be the rarest by nature. The only reasons most people review things is to be overly praising, have a minor complaint, or are super pissed off. This too much water review should have been at least 3 stars. We reached out to Arbeth for an explanation on her review, and clarified that originally her review was 3 stars. But then she thought, too much positivity. Here's another 2-star review, this time of a Lowe's home improvement store in West Valley City, Utah. Adriana's review says,
I love Lowe's, but I went that day to get box tape, and they didn't have any, but that's okay. They're still good.
This feels like a good review. I don't understand why Adriana gave Lowe's only 2 stars. It feels contradictory to the review. Does the absence of box tape lower a business to 5 stars? I went to IHOP the other day and they didn't have any box tape. Does that make them a 2-star establishment? I really don't know what Adriana was trying to say here. If you're going to rate a business 2 stars, you need a better explanation. So here is my review of Adriana's review. of the Lowe's Home Improvement Center in West Valley City, Utah. Adriana, I loved your review. It was funny, I laughed, and I cried. But seriously, you're informative while being critical. You give constructive criticism about what Lowe's can do better. It also complements the business, and kindness is really what we need on the internet these days. All above, this was a pretty good review. I would say it's a solid 1 star. At least Adriana's review has a slight something to go off of to explain why the review might be only 2 stars. Meanwhile, this 2-star review of Mount Whitney in California is by Stanley, and it's a head-scratcher. Listen to this.
I remember hiking this mountain a while back with my former YMCA summer camp counselors.
So, Stanley, what caused the bad review? It seems to me that you had a great time, or at least nothing to imply that it was bad, other than the stars. What the heck happened at the YMCA summer camp? I'm not a fan of this review. How does one review a mountain? It's nature. It just is what it is. It's not like the mountain can absorb your criticism, Stanley. Or at least that's what I thought until I found this response from the owner. Let's take a listen.
Hello, Stanley. I am Mount Whitney. I remember when you and your YMCA camp counselors hiked me. I truly apologize that you did not have a good time, but nature is what you make it. My landscape is truly beautiful, and I have come to believe that the less than stellar experience you had was due to your own state of mind during the hike. Everyone is sad sometimes. It's okay. But allow me to give you a few words of advice, Stanley. Stanley, young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man. My summit's so high up off the ground. I said, young man, what's up with your frown? There's no need to be unhappy. I do not know what you're going through, but there's therapists that you can talk to, but you shit on me in your stupid review, so here is my last requital. You're such a mean-spirited person, Stanley. Why would you gave me a terrible review. Fuck you, Stanley.
Wow, what a dramatic mountain. I now understand your review, Stanley, but before we go on to any other reviews, I think it needs to be mentioned that Stanley has left 12 other reviews on Google Maps, and yours truly spent a good amount of time going through those other reviews. Around 6 of them are completely normal reviews, and here's the other 6 that aren't. Here is Stanley's review of SoCal Towing Incorporated in Los Angeles, California.
I absolutely want to thank Manuel Escobar and Pedro Cruz for stealing my beloved 1996 Mitsubishi Galant down the street from where I live. It's been a great appreciation to have such trustable and lovely individuals who aim to help fix my car, and in the end, they steal it.
For such a sarcastic review, I was a bit surprised to see that Stanley rated them 5 stars. Dear Stanley, I am not sure you understand how sarcasm works. To be effective, you need to stop being sarcastic before you give the actual rating. So, I want to thank you for your totally well thought out review, Stanley. I would love to give your completely brilliant review, crafted by your beautiful mind, a brilliant 5 stars. Well, it appears that Stanley did not major in English, and that's okay. As for what he did major in, we go to a review he left of ATI College in Los Angeles, California.
I wanted to learn how a normal human being like me can use electricity to power my balls into outer space. Shoop, got a blast.
Normal might not be the right word here, Stanley. For a more accurate adjective, I suggest you try Grammarly. and they might be able to help you with your vocabulary choice. Not a sponsor. Here's 2 reviews left back to back from Stanley. This first one is of Alan's Pet Center in East Los Angeles.
Alan, or better short for Alanimals, absolutely smell like roadkill. Where in the hell did you find these types of animals, Alan? It better not be the farms, or streets, or PETA, or else I will set all animals free from their cages and direct them to attack you, Alan.
It appears that after this review, Stanley got hungry and went to the Basket Burger Cafe across the street, and left this review.
I gotta say, I'm not really a burger lover, but this joint has turned my whole perspective on burgers, as it was one of the best I ever tried. The burger has a unique taste to it that completely puts In-N-Out and Five Guys to the gutter. Now, as far as a particular burger that newcomers should try, is the El Gato de Carnitas. This burger will completely blow your mind, as it's freshly butchered by the next-door pet store.
How lovely. Stanley, you are truly a connoisseur in the fine food, as presented further by your 4-star review of El Torino restaurant.
I just farted on the tacos. Thank you, friends, for good tacos.
So that's what tacos are for. I've been doing tacos wrong all my life. You know a food is delicious when you feel the desire to fart on it, as Gandhi once said. And dear audience, just when you think it can't get any weirder, I present the finest piece of online literature you will ever read on Google Maps. Here's Stanley's review of the beautiful Tenaya Lake in Yosemite National Park, California. Enjoy.
I advise you to not step foot around this area due to small 1 to 2 foot wild people that attack you or completely ransack your car. I came here during June 2022 to enjoy the remarkable beauty of nature and its animals. However, it's quick to note that my thrill and excitement would turn to terror as little elf-like trolls that were about 1 to 2 feet tall started chasing me around the lake. Well, I got away from those weird creatures, but they weren't dumb, as they cut my car tires and completely ransacked my vehicle. Took my underwear, they stole my socks, stole my 15 cents I had in the glove compartment. Beware, folks.
Okay, this begs a number of questions. First off, let's skip right over the wild troll people, because I have no idea what that's about, and I am not going to dive into it further. Here's a question, though. Why do you keep your underwear in your car, Stanley? Perhaps it's so that you can have easier access to the tacos? Secondly, this review says that Stanley visited Tenaya Lake in June of 2022. This review was posted in March 2023. So either this event only suddenly became traumatic to our dear friend Stanley, or, randomly, on a day 6 months later, he just woke up and thought, you know what I should do today? I need to shit on another piece of nature. Or, at least if not shit, then just fart a little bit. Like, as you would on a taco. As one does naturally. And the weirdest thing is, he gave this review 3 stars. I should just point that out. Well, Stanley, wherever you are, whatever it is you're doing, whether it be insulting picturesque pieces of nature, or getting kicked out of a Taco Bell on a Thursday evening, we wish you the best, and I wish you the best. Let's return to some more reviews. This is a review from Ted on the Arkansas-Missouri-Oklahoma tri-state marker. Ted posts, I can't find my house on this website. Ted's 2-star review poses a deep philosophical question. Where is home? Is home just a number on a street? Is home a safe bubble from the dangers of those who want to steal your underwear? Is home where the heart is? Is home where the gallbladder is? I don't know. What does Ted mean? Why is he looking for his home at a random marker on the side of the road I'm afraid I do not know the answer to these questions. Luckily, I reached out to our interview correspondent and technology extraordinaire here at Review View, Kelly. Say hi, Kelly.
Hi. Who am I saying hi to?
The listeners. So, Kelly, I heard you were able to get in touch with Ted?
You mean the guy who couldn't find his house?
Yes, that's the guy.
Yes, I got in touch with him.
How did you do that?
Oh, I just looked up Ted's house on Google Maps.
That worked?
No, but I was able to look him up and find out his phone number.
He posted his number?
The guy couldn't find his house on Google Maps. I don't think he knows how to post his phone number online.
Well, how did you get it then?
If you dig hard enough, Rev, you can find anyone's information online. A lot of websites and organizations give away people's private data.
That doesn't seem ethical.
That's the world we live in, Rev. I have the recording of the interview if you want it.
Oh, yes, I'll just upload that.
Okay.
How do I play the interview?
You hit the play button. Hi, Ted.
Hey, who is this?
This is Kelly
Oh,
from
what?
Review View.
What?
Just a public podcast, Ted. There's no reason to be alarmed.
Oh, how did you get my number?
Well, I found it online.
That's creepy. I don't want people to know my phone number.
Oh, don't worry. We understand that that's your personal information, and we will keep it private.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
So, where do you live, Ted?
Oh,
Like, what's your address?
what is this about?
You left a review online saying that you could not find your home on Google Maps.
Oh, you read that?
We just wanted to help you find your house and maybe ask you some questions as well.
Yeah, well, I couldn't find my home on Google. What about it?
Well, do you know your address?
Oh, well, yeah. I'm just not very good at the internet.
Okay. How were you looking for your house, Ted?
Oh, I live in Oklahoma.
Okay. So,
Hey, I looked in Oklahoma. I couldn't find my home.
did you zoom in to see the different streets?
Yeah, but I couldn't figure out how to zoom back out.
Okay.
Oh, so I just went street by street and I couldn't find my home.
What? How long were you doing this for?
Oh, few hours?
What is a few hours?
Oh, well, like 10?
You were just going street by street for 10 hours?
Was there a better way to do it?
Well, yes, but
Oh,
why didn't you
Oh.
stop?
I couldn't turn my computer off. Oh,
What?
I was trying to get to the home screen.
Let me ask you something, Ted. What do you think a home screen is?
Huh? Am I being quizzed?
No, just curious.
Oh, isn't that when your home is on the screen?
No, Ted, a home screen is, well, it doesn't matter anymore.
Huh?
Why didn't you just walk away, Ted?
Oh, how do I do that?
Not on the computer, you just get
Huh?
up and you walk away.
Oh, where was I supposed to go?
I don't know, Ted. Just stop looking for your house for 10 hours. Didn't you have to go to the bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
So you did walk away from the computer.
Oh, no.
Well, how does that work?
Oh, I was outside.
Wait, where were you?
Well, I spent a few hours on my computer inside and then I had to pee, so naturally I took the computer outside to my lawn and tinkled.
Why couldn't you do that inside, Ted?
Oh, well, my computer disconnects when I bring it into the bathroom.
You could have put your computer down.
Well, I hadn't found the home screen.
Ted! Ted!
Oh, what's your name?
It's Kelly.
Oh, Kelly.
Ted, please. Okay, so looking at your Google profile, it seems you left 11 other reviews.
Oh, that's what those were. I thought I was talking to the Google.
No. It seems as you were wandering around, you left a review on the tri-point marker, "I can't find my house on this website."
Uh-huh.
Then it seems you went to a beauty salon about a mile away and posted, "I have hell getting to my home with it." Is that still about you trying to find your house?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then it seems you went to a grocery store and gave up trying to find your house because you posted, "I am glad it is here for all to shop." Why did you post that, Ted?
Oh, I was bored from complaining about my house.
So, why did you post that even though you've never been there in person?
Well, I'm glad it was there for all to shop.
Well, then you said this about another discount store and posted not a good place to shop at all.
Woohoo.
So then why did you post that, Ted?
Well, it took me like 2 hours of scrolling down Route 12 to get here, and all that was there was this little store.
Okay, Ted. So then, it seems you left 3 more reviews of discount grocery stores, each spaced pretty far apart from each other.
Ooh.
Then, it looks like you went all the way down to Lake whatever park and left this 5-star review. Well, I'll read it. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, I'm glad it was here for all to swim.
No, Ted. You said, I am trying to be nice, but if you want to go to jail, then go to the... Goodness, Yucca Park. So why, Ted? Why did you write that?
Well, it looked like the park I went to before I went to jail.
Ted, why were you... Oh, never mind. I don't want to ask. Ted, if you want to find your house on Google Maps, all you have to do is enter your address.
Oh, okay. Well, where do I do that?
There's a little rectangle in the corner of the screen.
Okay.
You type in your address.
Oh, okay.
Then you click the search button.
What?
The little magnifying glass.
Do you mean the little lollipop?
Yes, Ted, click the lollipop.
Hey, that's not my house. It's just a little box.
You can drag the little yellow person from the bottom corner of the screen and place it on the road.
Oh, hey, I did it. I found my house. I found my house, hey.
Congratulations, Ted.
Oh, hey, look. I'm in the screen. Hi, Ted.
What?
Oh, there I am. On the screen, hey, with my computer. Hey, look, I'm tinkling. Hey, in front of my house. That's my house.
Okay, Ted. Well, thank you. I have to go now.
Oh, well, how do I leave the phone?
Wow, that was quite the interview, Kelly. Thank you.
Indubitably.
I still find it hard to believe that you can just look up someone's cell phone number online.
Oh, you can find a lot of stuff online. Let's try this out. What's your name, Rev?
Rev? Rev... you?
Okay. Rev, you. 27 years old, born in Minnesota. Social security number is 015...
Kelly.
Oh, sorry. Birthday is June 7th, 1995, is a Gemini, had an ear infection caused by Aspergillus in the 3rd grade that lasted until he was 20.
Huh. Well, I'll be... We are now going to travel across the state of Oklahoma to, well, the westernmost point of Oklahoma, where if you go on Google Maps, not only can you see the border between Oklahoma and New Mexico, the Welcome to New Mexico sign, and the vast open nothingness that exists at that point, you can also find this 1-star review left by the user Mine.
No bathrooms. I had to take a dump really bad, but had to wait until I got to the northwestern point of Texas. The Welcome to New Mexico sign was also incredibly rude to me. Not worth the money I paid.
Now, if we scroll 3 miles down, we find the aforementioned northwesternmost point of Texas, and this 5-star review left by the same reviewer.
Absolutely amazing. I can't recommend this place more. The bronze plaque on the ground was really homely, and it was incredibly polite. The $75 entry fee was absolutely worth it. Even if I think the cashier was actually just a dead bush with an empty Coke bottle on it. They were extremely helpful and knowledgeable on the site.
Now, there are 3 interesting things about these reviews. The first is the described niceness of personified inanimate border markers, which is a sentence I never thought I would say until I was 82. I don't know why Mine is describing the signage of these locations as incredibly rude and incredibly polite. I actually don't want to make fun of this point a whole lot because, as we learned earlier, inanimate pieces of the environment can be quite sentimental. Now, secondly, both the westernmost point of Oklahoma and the northwesternmost point of Texas both are free to visit. So why is he paying money? And secondly, where is he leaving it? He said that the Oklahoma point was not worth the money because of the rude sign and because he had to hold his poop until the northwesternmost point of Texas, which is a sentence that I wasn't planning on saying until I was 96. Regardless, it brings me to my third and most interesting point. There are no bathrooms at the northwesternmost point of Texas. There's nothing there, other than a small metal marker in the ground marking the corner of Texas. I sure hope he found that and wasn't just like, well, it's not here, time to mark it myself. We also looked up the route between the 2 points, and 1 minute away from the westernmost point of Oklahoma, there is a pit stop with restrooms. So why does he feel he can only relieve himself at extreme border points of states? I don't know. That's my answer to that. Although, he probably was there taking his dump for a while. Well, since everything's bigger in Texas. I'm sorry, I received feedback that we use too much potty humor here at Review View, and rest assured, we are working on it. We now go to an untimely place to add. Do you know the feeling of constantly being in pain on road trips? Are you someone who can only use the restroom at very specific, arbitrary points? Do you find yourself speeding to the largest cactus in your zip code, only for you to soil your pants on the way? Well, no more, because now there's Google Craps, a new innovative app that lets you find your perfect place to go.
I used to suffer trying to find a bathroom location, but now, thanks to Google Craps, my life is so much easier. I just open the app and type public fountain nearest to a police station, and I am ready to let loose.
Google Craps works in multiple countries and lets you select your favorite types of locations, regardless of how specific they may be.
Whenever I was trying to find Tinkletown, my searches were always too specific for Google Maps to understand. Google Craps, on the other hand, never has any trouble finding playgrounds with those funnel-shaped tubes you speak into, and I can get where I need to go in a whiz.
Sometimes your favorite locations may be too far away, but Google Craps lets you select backup references for emergency situations.
I'm a pretty shy person, so I use Google Craps to find construction site porta potties when I'm out and about. But sometimes there are no construction sites around, and my dump truck is filled to the rim. All I have to do is click on my emergency favorite backup places tab, and Google Craps is always able to lead me to the third row of an AMC theater that's streaming Inside Out.
So if you are someone who needs to take a doo-doo or a quick leak at a specific time and place, don't be embarrassed. Just download Google Craps and we'll do the rest. Google Craps, your number 1 and number 2 location finding tool. Well, we are getting close to the end of our first episode, viewers, or listeners, since this is a podcast. But now it's time to wrap things up. Before we say goodbye, though, we have one last review, or set of reviews, that we need to talk about. I found this 2-star review of a Walmart Supercenter in Simpsonville, South Carolina. This review comes from a guy named Bruce, and it reads,
A forgettable experience.
And I thought, who goes to Walmart for an experience? It was at that moment that I had the inkling that if Bruce had left this review of a Walmart, chances are he might have some other interesting reviews of different places. I clicked on his profile to find that he is a local guide with a total of 1,393 reviews. And here are some of Bruce's other reviews. This one is a 4-star review of a Cabela store in Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay, the truth be, Google Maps found me out. I was shopping in the immediate area and needed to pee. I figured Cabela's RR would be clean, and it was.
You know, anyone who posts a review about them shopping in the immediate area and needing to pee is going to have a lot of interesting stuff to say about other places. Here's a review Bruce left for a statue of a girl on a bike. This statue is called A Girl on Her Strider and is made by the sculptor Charles Pate Jr. This review reads,
Come on now, Google Maps, how do you rate a statue?
Well, Bruce, you seem to have found an answer to your query, as you rated it 3 stars. So that was a rhetorical question. This is a 2-star review Bruce left of another Walmart, this time in Lafayette, Indiana.
Scary folks after 8 p.m., closed at 10.
I want to take a second to dig into this one a little bit. What kind of scary folks do you encounter at a Walmart? Well, according to my research, anyone who dies at a Walmart becomes a ghost and wanders the store after 8 p.m., so I suppose it makes sense. I sent our intern Steve down to this Walmart in hopes of capturing some ghostly audio, and here's what we got.
Ooh, I'm a ghost that died in a Walmart.
I was shopping in the immediate area and needed to pee.
I'm 1 to 2 feet tall, and I'm going to steal your underwear and socks.
I can't find my house in this Walmart.
Wow, those were, some scary reviews from ghosts who seem to somehow know various callbacks from this episode. Anyways, I hope you did not have a forgettable experience at this Walmart, Bruce. Yeah. Whew. Kelly, how do I end the recording?
You hit the button.
The voice of the dead squirrel's sister was voiced by Claire Coursey.
The voice of Adriana, ghost number 1, and ad voice number 2 are voiced by Lauren Bertinato.
Kelly, voiced by Max Amethyst.
The voice of Mine, ghost number 2, ghost number 3, and ad voice number 1 are voiced by Zoe Lipsky.
The voice of Damien, Arbeth, Stanley, Mount Whitney, Ted, the untimely placed ad voice 3, Bruce, Ghost 4, and Rev was voiced by Casey Alperovitz. Editing, production, writing was also done by Casey Alperovitz.